Good morning, everyone. So today we're going to talk about the exactly three things. One is the effects of drunk on the body. Two, the dangers of drunk driving and why you should prevent at all costs to not drive while you're drunk. And then third thing, how exactly does the excessive amount of alcohol intake affect us overall? So the first thing is that when you have too much alcohol inside of your blood and inside of your body, it starts affecting all systems, of course. It starts affecting your brain and sending signals, which is like the most vital part of our body in order for it to function. It slows down every nerve signaling, every sign of communication that our brain gives to our body. It completely slows it down. And each of our organs, such as our heart, it slows our heart of pumping blood. It um it interferes with our digestive system, the pancreas, and it could even get to a point really bad if you were alcoholic and to take like a very excessive amount of alcohol to the point where you can get pancreatitis, which is a very bad disease, and it can really intervene with your blood flow, and it could very intervene with your digestive system to the point where it could be dangerous. So how does this relate to drunk driving? When you are exactly drunk, like I said before, it slows down everything. So all of your muscles are completely relaxed because it prevents that system from producing ATP in the muscles. And when it doesn't have enough, there's a process where the muscles get sore in order for it to produce ATP and produce lactic acid that calms down all of that system because it's first sore and then it relaxes. But when it's alcohol even intervenes with the muscles function. Instead of it being sore and then being relaxed, it completely relaxes, blocking out all this, intervening with all that system that's happening there. So when you're in a car driving in that of state of mind and body, it quickly becomes really dangerous because you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing in the car. You can barely even react or barely stand up or barely even stand up for yourself. So when you're driving behind like that, you don't realize that you could really hit anything. You don't even know what you're doing. And when it does happen, it doesn't even affect the person that's drunk or is in that state. It actually affects the other person that either gets impacted by the hit or it completely wrecks the whole thing. I mean, even a drunk person can die from that, but it's less likely to when they hit someone else or they hit something else. But if it's a really bad, like them crashing against something, it still will affect them. It will break some of their bones, but they don't take as much damage because of the relaxation of muscles. And our bodies are really incredible because once your muscles are really relaxed, they don't take in as much damage as someone that doesn't have their muscles relaxed. I mean, as an example, a man that was struck by a tornado, his muscles were completely relaxed. So when he woke up from being unconscious, caught in a tornado, which sounds like a horrible thing, he just had minor scratches because his muscles were completely relaxed. And that is the power to it. But that's what really causes a lot of danger in our society. So, ways to prevent drunk driving would be number one, this is like an obvious one, but managing the intake of alcohol that you have either at home or at a party. Number two, if you feel like you are way too drunk, which it happens sometimes, but it shouldn't even be happening like that often or anything at all, but it happens, you should ask a friend or ask a family member to drive you off off completely of that location, safely back home. And then number 3 is just completely abstinence, which is completely cutting off all alcohol sources. And I think that's pretty much everything. Thanks for watching. Guys, I apologize. I forgot to mention that the alcohol consumption affects our muscles' ability to produce ATP. So the muscles every time contract, and then once after it's done contracting, it relaxes as a part of the process of producing ATP in our bodies. And alcohol completely relaxes that. So therefore, no ATP can be released if that happens with the alcohol consumption.